Hey, how's it going? I'm Adrienne Elise. I wanted to talk to you about my intuitive healing sessions. So people generally will come for a session when they're really looking for information, answers in their life, for that intuitive guidance. But they'll also come when they're feeling a lot of intense stuff like energies. Now, when energies affect us in our field, that can be like emotional energies and stuff that can have indications of past life pictures coming up and situations coming up from the conditioning of the family and society. And so when these can be people who have passed that are trying to talk to us. So there's lots of origins for these energies, but generally people come for a session when they're feeling kind of bogged down with energies and emotional energies. And so what we can do is we can kind of go to the source of those and start sorting those out based on the highest intuitive information for you. So I feel like I'm talking to my higher self, talking to your higher self, and getting the pictures and information from the Akashic records, your most prominent past lives that are going to help you understand what this dynamic is. The deal that's been going on lately in general on the planet in the last 4 or 5 years is that the veil in between our lifetimes. Because we say past lives, but really they're happening. There is no time really, so they're actually happening right now. And so there's this strange bleed in between past lives and current lives. And so this is good in a way because it's giving us an opportunity to get to these core issues that have been repeated over lifetimes, but it also can be kind of intense because a simple situation in your life all of a sudden becomes this big, huge thing. And why is that so? And so what we'll do is we'll go delve into a past life that can help us understand what's bleeding through trying to get worked out in this life. Because a lot of starseeds, indigos have decided that they want to actually live and thrive in this lifetime and bring their full potential to planet Earth. And so that means that we have to resolve all the lifetimes where we didn't do that. And so often there's a pattern that has kept us from being able to clear and fully come into our potential. So this lifetime, in order to come into your potential, you have to clear all other lifetimes. So that's kind of a lot of energy. And so when things get intense, but there's not a lot of reasons why, that indicates a lot of times this bleeding through of past lives. So the other thing that is an opportunity to do in the session is to go to that past life and get a reset where a lot of us are kind of like, who the heck am I anyway? Yeah, I want to come into my potential, but what does that even mean? And who am I? And so we're meeting ourselves for the first time. This is kind of the deal with the starseeds and indigos. When we came to the planet initially in this incarnation and maybe in other lifetimes, the energies on the planet couldn't host our full expression, our full light, and so only partial parts of ourselves have come in. Now, that also means, so one of the abilities of starseeds and indigos is to exist in multidimensional frequencies and different timelines and things like that. But the message is it's time to come home now to planet Earth, because we've been kind of waiting for this time, this transition, to be a part of this. And so it's really important to bring all pieces of ourselves here to this dimensional frequency, this light, and really focus on what's happening here. So that allows for us to go to the past life and where you were expressing more of the truth of who you are and get a picture of that. It's what does this look like? What made your life so great? What were you doing? Find those aspects of yourself that have been cast aside, programmed into non-existence. And like I said, the indigos, especially the indigos, are really meeting themselves for the first time right now, awakening into who they are and being like, oh my gosh, I've lived this whole life. And none of the structures of my life actually reflect the truth of who I am. And so now there needs to be some changes going on. So it can be kind of intense and traumatic, but also a beautiful thing, this opportunity to culminate and create what you've been trying to do for lifetimes. And so getting that reset is really helpful, especially for if you need a soul retrieval, which often that's the case. If there's a traumatic experience in a past life And especially if you feel somehow responsible for that, your soul will be stuck there. And it's kind of like the more people you feel responsible for, the bigger part of yourself is stuck there to try to bring the light. But guess what? That's over and done with and past, and it's time to bring your light here home. It's safe now on the planet, and it's absolutely essential, and it's the time to be present. And so that soul retrieval, that can take months, but it kind of is like bringing this part of your soul home. And oftentimes you'll get a big chunk coming home, and it'll come in a certain distance, and then after a few months it'll kind of highlight another part of yourself that's stuck over in this other story, this other dimensional frequency. So ultimately what this does is align you to your optimal timeline. So you're bringing your light home, you're getting the reset like on a computer when you go back in time. And on your computer, like system restore, say you got a virus and you're going to go back in time. So that's what we're doing. We're going to go back to this optimal past life where you were expressing your gifts, and then reset to that vibration, allow your future timelines to harmonize into that. But also go ahead and find the contracts and programming, what happened in that past life that made you never want to come into your potential again. So this can be all kinds of contractual stuff on all different levels, and all kinds of different programming, and ancestral and societal and organizational. And so we can sort through all of that. Now, readings, typically it's good to plan at least 2 hours. They're usually an hour and a half or so. It's good to just plan a couple hours, and we can do this over the phone or Skype or any video software, video messaging software works fine. And so go ahead and get a hold of me if you're looking for this support, this guidance, this help to be able to see you for who you really are, and support you in releasing what you are ready to let go of, to get on that path, to have that more fulfilling, satisfying life. And so the cool thing about these sessions and intuitive work in general is that you typically come, a lot of times people come and they're like, oh, something's not right, there's an energy, like I'm just not feeling, I can't get over this. And then by the end of the session, they feel light and clear and hopeful. And so this intuitive work is powerful to be able to take turmoil in the field and turn it into peace. So let me know if you're interested in checking that out. You can find out more at adrianelise.com/intuitive-healing-sessions, and I'll put that information below too. So thanks for joining me. Until next time, I'm Adrian Elise. Namaste.